Thank you all for joining us. Today is a special day for me and the team.
Фил
I'm
будет
excited to
ебать.
see 11 games
Давай,
showcased
Фил.
from our first-party studios. We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which
Сидите смирно и наслаждайтесь. У меня ноги затекать начинают, братан. Ага. Ага. Это типа 10 секунд поссать чисто сбегать, что ли? Или позу принять как раз таки. Для самых неподатливых, так сказать. Для тех, кто ломался. Тут уже придется реально позу принимать. Фу. Как же хорошо-то. Ё-моё. А музло какое-то космическое. Механик.
Вдвоем-то
вы чё, парни, блин? И Фил, и тот.
You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this.
Что он похорошел.
You'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Не признаете? Вау, ну блин. Ну не знаю.
But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities.
Он кислород, что-то.
But this time, it's not just one world.
Вау.
It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours.
Говорит, что вы можете отправиться куда угодно.
It wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Говорит, Луна реально летает вокруг планеты, и вы можете ее посетить.
The galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup
Всю,
of the
короче,
planet's
вселенную
atmosphere.
освещает один общий источник света.
We also have an all-new animation system.
Новая система анимации.
And of course, you can play it in third person.
Можете играть от третьего лица.
And you can play it in first person.
И от первого. А ноги видно?
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Майнить ресурсы.
Do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Заброшенная шахта. И пещера пошла. Вау, вау, вау. Все, погнал. Ну вот стрельба, конечно, что-то как-то выглядит она. Чисто с петухом бегает. Чё? Прикольно, прикольно.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here
Конечно,
back at my
компаньоны. Лидия-то будет, долетела.
ship, and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Чуть не рассказывают, что корабль
Our
собирать
mission
можно.
was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your
Wow.
crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather
Здесь еще
than
команду
sci-fi,
можно
where
нанимать там
everything
с
is
разными
well-used,
скиллами.
worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
Navigation
This is your
консоль,
star map.
вау.
It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast
Где
travel to
приземлиться
known
можешь
locations.
выбрать. Или
Backing
фастрольнуться.
out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the
Етить.
galaxy.
Все
Here, you can plot a
системы.
course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to
Система
upgrade your
топлива
shipping
есть.
skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Ого. Ну, Альфа Центавра.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared
И
for
там
landing
другие
at New
корабли, их тоже какие-то летают. А, ну показывали же бои космические.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the
Постоянно в
biggest
скафандре.
city
Так, а в
we've
городах-то
ever
ты не
made.
будешь в
Not just in
скафандре?
size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds,
Есть,
and
конечно.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and
Увидеть
tell as many
себя.
small stories as
Ну, ты
possible.
создашь персонажа, похожего на себя, и увидишь.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate.
Vlad.
Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates?
Минитмен это где?
Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Ого.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Те самые водяные элементали.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
Вот эти, как их там, изгои.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Начало игры.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
40 пресетов, и потом ты их...
Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy.
Мне кажется, это будет влиять только на первую реплику вот этой бабки.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Очень много показывают Starfield, прям очень много.
One that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show
Как будто бы сейчас самое время всем сомнениям уйти по поводу этой игры.
There will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Tech, а там следующее. Endurance,
Ranks are unlocked
наверное.
by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Взлом.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
Wow.
With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per
Social,
skill,
combat,
there's a lot to
science, science, tech.
I like the xenosociology
Неужели
skill
science и
because it
tech
lets
это
you
разные
control
вещи?
aliens.
Control alien?
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
My favorite part about being stealthy
Типа выжили или не выжили?
is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Анимация?
Whenever
Не
possible, I like to
показали.
talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player.
Это группы.
I like blowing stuff up. Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we
Работали
approach
с
planetary
NASA.
atmospheres to the way we place biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
Сколько?
Once we had created a grounded
74 000, да вы чё, угораете?
all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers.
Выходной день. Может, на ютубе до хера смотрит, значит.
It's all out there.
Да чё со звуком-то, блядь? Я не могу понять, это моя проблема или нет.
Whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do.
Wow.
You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
Кастомизировать и апгрейдить.
Hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Нанимать команду.
And it all starts in spaceports.
И все начинается в космических портах.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter.
Причем речь-то нормальная.
Or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
О,
you can
давайте.
customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields,
Пушки менять.
or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
Ой, мой розовый космический удовлетворитель уже готов у меня в голове.
They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
Это что, дым сквозь текстуры херачит, конечно, странновато выглядит.
I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
Он реально полетит.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Же похер как не... Я говорю, показывают так много, чтобы отмести все сомнения. Вот все сомнения. Она же выходит уже вот осенью, по-моему.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find
как робот разговаривает.
or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts.
Тут у челов есть правильное видение, как надо игру показать, свою главную игру, мейн-игру, свой главный проект. Они будут на Старфилде десятилетиями жить.
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most
как я говорил, типа, ты смотришь на игру, которую показывают, вот на выставках очень много игр показывают, и непонятно, что это будет за игра, что, как она вообще будет играться, какой жанр. А тут тебе объяснили абсолютно все. Ну, народ и так знал, что будет из себя Starfield представлять, да? Космический Skyrim, Fallout.
You'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to
анимации.
the sky.
Еще космические боища, полеты.
We're putting you in the cockpit
Как
of
в
your
этом
very own
меме, блин.
spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers.
Суки, блядь, заберите нахуй.
Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous. And you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power
Говорит,
allocation
ну,
system.
сражаться в космосе будет
Boosting power to your
тяжеловато.
engines will make your ship faster.
А, еще так надо будет делать.
Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Типа распределять энергию в корабле.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Что, Турция, Казахстан. Что, косарик сверху придется допилить за то, что я русский. Блин, ну круто, круто вообще. Это перки корабля или перки персонажа были? Типа, что? Слабые места подсвечивают, да? Блин, что-то на приборке ничего не происходит. Какой-то один писюльчик там двигается.
You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding your ship.
Абордаж! Вау! Охуеть!
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Что, флит?
But space is
Флотили?
way more than fighting for your life.
И потому ты несколько кораблей можешь
There are
иметь.
plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship. One worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Это вот раньше я играл в Assassin's Creed, и выходил там каждый год Assassin's Creed, там Brotherhood, Revelations. И так было кайфово смотреть видосы, типа, как там выглядит магазин, как там выглядит мини-карта, типа, интерфейс, анимации, куда ты можешь зайти, что купить, там, как апгрейдятся лавки. И вот ты просто ссался кипятком. Я ссался кипятком вот перед тем, как купить очередной Assassin's Creed. Что? Что происходит?
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
А сейчас тебе в большинстве своем пернут трейлером в лицо, и все, и жди игру сиди, и ничего ты о ней знать не будешь. Как будто кота в мешке покупаешь.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through.
It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Мы даем вам огромную площадку и кучу игрушек. И дропов.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Не, ну... Тот, кто действительно сильно хочет купить, он купит. И привезет. Ого. А так так жди, когда выйдет игра Смута, и в Collector's Edition там будет коровья лепешка чистая. Тебе как сувенир об игре.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek
Сканировать планеты.
You can use for crafting, building,
Wow.
and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together block of
Планета строится, когда игрок прилетает.
Locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Huh. Стрельбой не гордятся, очень мало показывают ее. Но по ней видно, что она какая-то шакальная. Хотя вот тут уже как будто получше.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Реально можешь построить базу,
blять. Almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them.
Они вообще все сделали, все, о чем просто мечтаешь, они просто берут и делают.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Да хуй знает, да, за такую игру как будто ощущение их денег не жалко, вот просто. У нее реально все есть, все. Корабль, база, полеты, планета, крафт. Пещеры, сундуки, бля.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle.
Лоли будет, модеры сделают. Какую хочешь вообще, любую. Хоть Меган Фокс тебе на корабль посади. Ну такой мод, наверное, забанит, конечно. То самое имба-оружие. Но милишка странно выглядит. Вот теперь подошла очередь показывать стрельбу, судя по всему. Говорит, анимации более жидкие. Вау. Не то, что хочется услышать. Говорит, оружие больше, чем в любой игре. Если еще можно какой-нибудь режим минимального интерфейса выбрать.
You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Гравитация везде разная.
And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Типа стрельба в нулевой гравитации будет тебя толкать.
Offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Вот имба.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Не, ну... Ладно, так по картинке стрельба вроде ок. Вот теперь, когда они про нее говорят и показывают лучшую, я так понимаю, фигню, что у них есть по стрельбе. Вроде ок. Но в фалаче ощущалась круто стрельба. Если они из фалача ее просто прикрутили, из скинов на оружие накинули. То есть... Такое и в Скайриме было. Что? Магия?
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Vasco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do.
Опять, да, будь кем ты хочешь, им бы надо избавиться от этого. Хотя, может, это такая более философская не высказывание, а цель, чем реальная.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go.
Жесть. Ну не, это 100% будет отвал жопы. Стоп, что? 6 сентября 23 года. 6 сентября, блин. Уже заанонсили DLC-шки. 2 дня назад вышло. Да нет, у них же сначала месяц, потом день.